good news on your screen.
Hello friends, and welcome back to another interesting episode of the Christian Lady in the Mirror, brought to you by Ignite TV. If you have not already done so, please would like you to please share, subscribe, and always press the notification button. It tells you when a new video is about to be dropped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and share it. You're free to share it in all the platforms. It doesn't cost money. Well, today we'll also be talking about what we talked about last week. I actually had, but before we go into that, we'd like to have your response back. We'd like to have, maybe we treated the topic and you feel we've not treated it very well, or you feel we didn't even contribute, or you need to contribute something to the other topics or various topics we have treated in the past. Just drop something or drop a note to us on the comment section, and we'll get back to you. On today's topic, I actually had the mind of doing something different today, but what happened last week, what happened last week, the topic I treated last week, I think I'm going to treat it again this week. It's going to be like a part 2 of it, because it gets messier. Last week it was just whatever, but I mean the past few days shows me that, the fun about shows me that most ladies still do this. Not really most ladies, even our mothers still do this, because it gets messy. For those of you who did not join us last week, well, we'll be talking about learning to mind our own business. Well, I'm going to give you a little background of what happened before I really go into what I'm going to talk about this week. Last week, I had a friend's mom that came. But she was actually, we all grew up together. Our mothers were all friends. The friend is my friend. The mom of the friend is my mom's friend. Everybody was friend. And she came down. And we had another friend that lives maybe an hour or 1.5 hours away from us. We were all friends. There was nothing. It's not as if there was a fight. It's not as if there was anything between us. There was nothing between us. It was just all good. And this mom came, and when we heard that the mom, all of us, when we heard that the mom is in town, we're all happy. We're all like, okay, mom is in town and everything like that. We went there, we greeted her. Now, before I go further on, the girl's mom that is in town, the girl herself has been married but does not have a child. She has been married for it's going to I think 15 years or 10 years, but she doesn't have a child. So that is that. And then we decided that one of our friends, this one is not married and does not have a child. Our mom asked her, that how is your friend? I'm talking of the girl whose daughter does not have a child. And she asked her, how is your friend you hear from? How is your friend? Do you hear from her and everything? And we said yes, that she lives with her. And she said that she would like to see her. That is, she would like to see our friend that does not have that is not married or does not have a child, that she would like to see her. And we said, oh, we can plan that. And we called our friend that does not have, I'll call her Mrs. B, and I'll call her Miss B in this situation. And we called her and we said that mommy would like to see you. And she was so happy to see mommy, because everything happened in my presence. She greeted mommy. She said, mommy, it's been a long time. You didn't even tell us that. Mommy said, okay, I would like to see you tomorrow. And we all planned it. Miss A, which was, I'm going to call the other girl Miss A. Miss A, which was the girl that has been in her husband's house, does not have a child. Miss A, the mom, me, and then one other friend. We all drove down to where Miss B is staying. And to my greatest surprise, we got there and we saw that the mom started accusing the girl. She was like, what are you waiting for? How come you are not married? And we kept giving the mom, you understand what I'm saying? And the girl was taken aback. This is someone you've not seen for almost 10 years. You've not seen her. And then the next thing you had to point out to her that, how come you are not married? And the mom just went on and on and on and on. We were expecting our friends to step up and tell the mom, that is not okay. That is not fine. That is not just right. But she never said a word. Now, this is someone that, how could you go on about someone else? Your daughter is in her own, fine, your daughter is married, but does not have a kid, and you just went to meet another person, and then you were talking. Now, I actually felt we all left home that day because it was kind of messy. The girl didn't take it easy with Mama. The girl was like, Mommy, you've not seen me for such a long time. And then when you had to see me, this is what you had to talk about to me. And Mama was like, even if you're talking to me like this. And we were just taken aback. We expected the girl, which is our friend, to caution the mom. And the girl was like supporting the mom too. Now, fine, we all left the place. We apologized because the girl started crying. And it was the messy thing last week. We left, we apologized and everything. And I thought that was it. And I talked about it last week, that it is none of anybody's business, whatever anybody does with their life. And Mama was saying that she's coming from a point of love. No, I don't think that is love. If it was love, even though we are friends, even though we know that this is something that really pains her, even though we know that this is something that she cries about, she would have called you, or you have called her to the side and talked to her. And I thought it has gone that way. When I got home, I actually told my mom, because my mom knows her. I told my mom about her. And I don't know, and apparently the other girl called her mom too, and it was kind of messy. This week was messy. Number one, I saw this, and it really divided our friendship because they started telling people. And one of the things I saw, I was very surprised. And the funny thing, one of the things I saw is Mama was not remorseful. Mama was still maintaining that she had every right to talk to her. Mama was like, Kilo bake don't be. That's it. I mean, she and her child at the same age, fine. She and your child at the same age, truly. But she is not your child. 2, you have not seen this lady for quite a long time. That should not be. And the first thing you had to see her after like 10 years is that was not in your place. 3, if you knew that you had something to say, you understand what I'm saying? Why don't you call the mother? You and the girl's mother are friends. Now, in the course of all these things, it brought so many things up. So many things came up. So many things. I'm saying so many things came up. Now, and the funny thing about it is, you understand, with the way it was going this past few weeks, I mean, this past few weeks and everything, I saw so many things too, that so many ladies are in this situation. We always feel we are better than others. We always feel that we can just, not only better, we feel we can form an opinion about others. We are always in our own world. And that was why everybody started giving an opinion of something that Mama has done closely. And one of my friends said that was how a friend of hers, she now mentioned it, we all knew, that remember when she got married, she didn't want to associate with us. She was like, any single person. And I was like, she never did that one with me. They said, you were not around. That I was not in Lagos, that was in another state. That all the people that as soon as she got married, that she didn't want to talk to them. And I was like, well, maybe she had her reasons, or maybe they've told her that she shouldn't talk to her. And they were like, okay, fine. Even if she had her reasons, we are not coming to her house. We will say hi to her, that she will deliberately ignore her. Then one of them now said that. One of them now went ahead and said that. There was even a time I saw her and I called her by her name. And she said she stood and said, next time, but it is Mrs. Lagbaja. What does it mean? That next time I am Mrs. Lagbaja. Ladies, why do we feel when we've made it or when we are at the top, we need to rub it on other people? I mean, there's this saying, I keep hearing it. We women, we are the enemies of ourselves. Mama is a lady. Be it single, be it old, or be it whatever. You know the funny thing? Let's even forgive Mama, that Mama is old. Mama is whatever. Mama is older, so she can afford to talk to us. I was surprised at the level of people that were behind Mama. I said, of course now, kilo one be, she be want to belong, and we get carried away by that. Fine, there are some times you need to talk to your friend one-on-one. There are some times you need to okay, call this person and talk to this person. But there must have been a ground for that thing to come up. What do I mean a ground? There must have been something. Okay, maybe I personally would have forgiven Mama. I mean, when I say forgiving Mama, I would have overlooked what Mama did. If Mama sees this girl every day, or if they've been talking, but they've not talked for 10 years and they've not seen each other for 10 years. So Mama had no rights. Mama had no right whatsoever. The same thing applies to you ladies. You want to form your opinion so bad on something that does not concern you. Please keep short. Keep short and face the business that pays you. You want to tell your friend how he has not gotten married. You want to give advice. You want to give advice. Your own day, your body. It's either you are battling one illness or you are battling one something, but you want to give advice. Please, ladies, let's avoid gossip. Gossip causes unnecessary conflict and stress in our life. Let's avoid it. These past few weeks, I would not lie to you. Everybody, we all called our mothers. Now, the two mothers have started fighting. I don't know when this fight will end though, because the other girl's mom, Miss B's mom, was so mad with her. She was like, you mean you left all the shores of wherever you are? You went to go and tell my daughter such? Have I ever called you to tell your own daughter this? And if you are so concerned about my daughter, why didn't you call me? Why did you have to face her? You think she's happy. And funny enough about it, ladies, we do these things very, 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 very often. We get, like someone said, we get married, we move from our friends. We have a car, we move from those that are not those don't have a car. We have a rich boyfriend, we move from whatever. Immediately something, one small thing gets into our hand like this, we start feeling that we are on top of the world. Why? Why? Please, I really need a clarification on this. Please go to the comment section. If you're really watching this video, I need your opinion on this. I need your opinion on this because Mama stepped beyond the line. I mean, this is just going above the boundary. Let's learn to respect each other's boundaries, ladies. On this program, we've talked on how we want to work to be a better version of yourself. On this program, we've talked about so many things, but this particular one, learning to respect boundaries, should be number one priority with us, ladies. We don't respect boundaries sometimes. We do not respect boundaries. Always, how do you feel? To me, Mama gossiped. It was pure plain gossip, and it did not stem from that thing. So many things came up from that thing, though. It was pure plain gossip. Mama gossip. How would it have been if the table had been turned? Maybe somebody had actually told Mama that, or maybe somebody among us told Mama's daughter. Now, what are you waiting for? Because every one of us, except that girl and Mama's daughter, all had kids, and we are all in our husband's house. How would it feel? We that we have kids and we are in our husband's house, tell Mama's daughter that don't come to our house, or don't carry our baby, or don't play with our babies, or don't even call our babies. Some ladies do it. Please, if you're among those people that do it, stop it. You will have a child. Somebody somewhere will be now sending you, don't send my child on an errand. Do you know what it takes to have my child? Why? We need to be cautious. We need to be cautious. The same God, I mean, there's this saying that Ọlọ́run tó dá òjò tó rọ̀ sí ọsàn. That same òjò náà ló rọ̀ sí ọsàn wẹ́wẹ́ now. The same God that puts rain on the sweet orange is the same God that puts rain on lime and lemon. So why do you feel? And why is Mama? And then why do you feel yours is better than one other person? Ladies, please, we need to do better. Ladies, we need to do better. Mama feels her own problem, our own daughter's problem is not much, because our own daughter is in husband's house, so she can get pregnant any time. That one has not even seen her husband, talk less of getting pregnant. But Mama seems to forget that the way God thinks is not the way man thinks. The girl might get a husband today, and possibly The girl might get an husband today and possibly get married on their wedding night or anything, and might still give birth to that one. The guy might still even have 3 kids. The one that got married, they might still even have 3 kids before mama's own would now be 1. Now, this whatever that mama has started now, I don't know when it will end. The same thing with ladies. We do things because of our mind says we should do it. But by the time we now start that wahala, you don't know when it will end, though. You don't know when it will end. You don't not know when it will end. And then why can't mama accept her the way she is? Please let us avoid. Number one, let us avoid gossip. It's unnecessary conflict and stress in our life. I'm sure I am not talking of like, okay, you want to gist with your friend. That is different though. Maybe like, did you hate? That one is different. But deliberately talking about someone, you understand? Please let us avoid it. How would you feel if it is you? How would mama feel if it was her daughter that someone did that for? Or maybe they did, because this thing that mama did, I personally think that it is something that they've been talking about in their house for mama to come. And truly, you understand? So many things have accept people as they are. If she wanted mama to know, she would have said, like, come up to mama and tell mama now, mommy, hey, badura or something. Or maybe mama had it. Fine. Let's even assume that mama really had a genuine desire. But saying it in front of all of us, there was not just it. I was expecting her to call, I was expecting mama to call her daughter and the other girl at the back and talk to her. But now just breaking something like that in front of all of us, dragging that girl in front of all of us is not just it. Why don't you accept her? Why don't you allow this girl to come up to you? After all, we all see you as like a mother. The same thing with ladies too. You are so quick to judge. You are so quick to form opinions. You stay in your high horse and then you form opinions. I pray life does not happen to anybody. I pray. One thing about it, one of my motto in life is I will never judge you because I have not walked in your shoes. I have learned to mind my own business. I have not walked in your shoes, so I don't know why you do the things you do. But people, your own opinion, you want to push it on other people. Ladies, if any lady is here and is actually doing that, please stop it. Accept people for what they are. And if they want you to like be a part and parcel of whatever they are facing, they will tell you. They will tell you. But don't force your opinion on others. Don't force your thoughts on others. Don't force your thinking on others. Don't, because it's not going. You know the funny thing, the people that do this, take it or leave it, is an indirect form of bullying. No. The funny thing about that, people that does this, they don't want you to do it back to them. Accept responsibilities for your thoughts and feelings and actions. Mama did not accept responsibility. Not only mama daughters feels that there was nothing wrong. Not only mama daughters, some other of our friends feels she balagba. So mama can't. So it's because she's that balagba. That other lady does not have feelings. Mama does not. I mean, my mom actually called mama and said, why did you do what she did? She said, show Jomololo wani. Fine. We can't control the action of other people around us. You might have a friend that gossips or whatever. You can't maybe you can control her, that talks to her, but you can control the way you react to that thing. I can decide not to listen to it. I can decide to move away. You understand? People's opinions about you and your lifestyle does not have to matter. What was mama's business? What was mama's business in telling that girl how to live, in telling that girl how to go about finding a husband? Mama went as far as saying that, I'm sure you don't go to church. There are so many young girls, whatever in church, but people like you will be going to club. Imagine someone telling mama, telling her daughter that, I'm sure that the daughter did not go to whatever, did not go to hospital, or did not go to whatever. That's why for almost 15 years she doesn't have a kid. Please, let's learn to accept responsibility for our actions. People kept calling Mama, but Mama was adamant. It even got to a stage, somebody asked Mama that, do you know this girl from somewhere? But Mama was so adamant. Mama was like, I mean, I'm just talking to her from a motherly point of view. Is that motherly? The same thing when people ask you, when you form opinions on ladies, on other people ladies. I mean, when I go on internet sometimes and I see the way people comment on some people, on some posts, and then I go there and I look at their profile, I'm like, look at the person commenting on someone else's profile. This person has already gone beyond you, and you are here commenting hate speech on someone's profile, talking about hate, just talking anyhow on someone's profile. It's not fair. Please, let's learn to mind our business. Let's learn to stay in our lane. Let's learn to respect boundaries. Let's learn to stay in our lane. Let's learn to respect boundaries. Ladies, most of us do this thing so much time. Don't get me wrong. Conflict is a necessary part of human life. Because if there is no conflict, you understand, you will not know where you stand. You will not know what the other person likes. You won't know whether it builds relationship, it strengthens relationship. On the other hand, there's the conflict has pros and cons. It builds relationship. When you maybe like there is conflict, it builds relationship. Is you understand? You know where the other person stands. You know what the other person wants to do. You know how to go about it. On the other hand, it can break. This one that Mama did, I don't know how they will. I don't even know how they are going to mend it, because even among it's part of human nature for us to have conflict with each other. But this one that Mama did, I do not know. Then let's stop forming unnecessary opinion about others. Ladies, if you are part of this group, let's stop standing in it. Let's stop standing or forming opinion about others. Christian ladies, another thing, question your own emotions. If someone does this to you, would you like it? Let's talk, ladies. Okay, you're not married, or you don't have a child, or you have a friend that doesn't have a child, and then you go up and just be insensitive. There are some days that this person is so feeling down. Why don't you be like, okay, let me take you out and forget it? Why don't you like bring, sometimes I know some people that will tell you that sometimes I know someone that said, okay, I tried to be friend with a particular lady that was not married, but anytime she sees me, she's always pushing me out and everything. Depression is real, my dear. Do you know what was in her mind? Do you know what was going through her mind? Do you know what she was thinking of? That she has not actually come to that point. I am not saying that don't get me wrong, but sometimes let us show empathy. Maybe like you've done it like 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and then she keeps doing that, whatever. Then you can go back. I'm telling you, when she's not mad, she will just think in her mind that, why do I have to push this particular one? Why do I have to push this person away? I really don't have to push this person away. And then you understand, she comes to her senses and everything like that. Because she had actually had this mind that nobody likes me. Nobody do this. Nobody do that one. You understand? And she'll come back to meet you. Ladies, please, we can do better. I wouldn't want any of us to be like Mama's child or the friends that supported Mama. If you are already doing that, please, 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 please stop it. Putting your nose or putting your business in what doesn't concern you. Unless you don't have anything to do with it. And I'm perfectly sure in this world, everybody has 1 or 2 things that they are dealing with. Everybody has 1 or 2 things that is on their plates. So I don't know why you would just leave your own whatever. Leave your own thing and then start you understand what I'm saying? Because I don't understand why you will leave your own thing and then start putting your nose or your thoughts in what does not concern you. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Please. Because I actually have the mind of saying something about, I think I need to stress this enough. Let's learn to respect each other's boundary. Be it friend, be it a sister, be it a church member. But let's learn to respect each other's boundaries. It's not going to be worth it. You've actually build yourself to a criteria that a man wants. You've actually want to do, a man sees you and be like, oh, right. Oh, this girl is there. You've actually invested so much in yourself. But that singular act of gossip, Nobody wants to be with around the gossip. Nobody wants to be around gossip. Nobody wants to be around someone that is so full of our own opinions, does not care about others. Nobody wants to be that. Nobody wants to be around that person. Nobody wants to be around someone that cannot even take responsibility for their actions. No man. No man wants to be around someone that cannot even say, I am sorry. When I was with my mom, I learned some 3 words. I am sorry. Sometimes to avoid conflict, it's not as if I am dumb, or it's not as if I am stupid or I'm an idiot. I go out and I tell people, I'm sorry. Something happened while I was taking my daughters to school. And I just went in front of this guy. This guy was driving, and I just went. This guy is a white guy, and I went in front of this guy. And I didn't even think twice about it. So, and I parked, and as I was going, and I parked again in front of the mall. There was a mall beside me, and I parked. Do you know this guy followed me down to that park? I never knew. Across me again. And it was like, you could see he was fuming. And I was like, I just went quiet, and I was looking at the guy. Because I was afraid he was going to pull a gun or something. I said, why did I have to go in front of him? Why did I have to? Well, and I just said, I am sorry. You could have seen the fight in this guy. The fight went out instantly. It was like, he looked at me and he left. Now, assuming I was arguing with that guy, and that guy pulled a gun on me and shot me. What would you want to say? Already my enemy is dead now. Don't be somebody with their life with they argue. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody wants to be with someone that cannot say, I am sorry. No guy wants to be with a girl that can say. No guy wants to be with a girl that will not take responsibility for her actions. Fine, we have invested in ourselves. We have done this in ourselves. We have do that in ourselves. But what of our interaction with others? No guy wants to be with someone that is always making opinion about other people. That little thing that Mama did, I can just imagine Mama's neighbors. So, do you know that one of the things we started saying as friends, as in we that as Mama's child's friend, I just said that if Mama can do that and the child sees nothing wrong in it, that means our friend can also do that. Now, everybody's now moving back a bit. You might not know. The girl might not know the extent of what she did today, or what her mother did last week. But we are all moving back. Even me personally, right now, I am moving back. Because my mom called me and said, because this is something that we cannot even sort out. The other party was so annoyed, was so like, why do you have to talk to my child in front of people like that? Please, we can do better. And I hope we will do better. If you have any more to contribute on this particular topic, okay, because I can't really wrap my head around it, it's still getting to me. Please just drop a note to us in the comment section and we get back to you. Because I was so, I was really into this topic. I forgot to introduce myself. I still remain Mrs. Oluwaleye, your anchor lady for the Christian ladies in the mirror. Please, until we see you next week, like, share, and subscribe. God bless you. Thank you, and God bless you. And please do not forget to always press the notification button. It tells you when a new video is about to be dropped. Thank you. Bye, and God bless.